Hey everyone, welcome to the Crypto ZX channel. If this is your first time coming onto the channel, please consider subscribing. But now, let's get right into today's topic, which is regarding Caspa. We're going to be talking about what is happening with Caspa, where we could see the price of Caspa going as we do go further into this upcoming week. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. If we're looking at Caspa on the daily time frame, it is down about 2.5% on the daily. And also if we're looking at it on the weekly time frame, it is also down about 2.3% on the weekly. But majority of the altcoins in the top 100 coins are down right now. You can see this for yourself. And if we're looking at the price, currently sitting at 3.3 cents, down about 2.5% in USD comparative as already mentioned. And also it's down about 1.8% in Bitcoin comparative. One thing that I do want you guys to pay very close attention to is the rank. The Caspa's rank is currently sitting at top 53, which is really impressive, and a lot of people tend to forget about that. Looking at its market cap, $681 million, and the 24-hour trading volume currently sitting at 5.6 million. And I know this is going to cause a lot of people to talk, especially due to the trading volume being so low. Remember, this is quite normal. Reason why I'm saying it's quite normal is because the amount of uncertainty there is within the markets right now. There is a lot of fear because Bitcoin is sitting at some critical price levels. If we're also looking at the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index, you can see this for yourself. We're currently in that fear zone, and that should not be a surprise to any one of us because we've been hearing a lot of negative news coming out as far as crypto regulation is concerned. We have seen that entire ETF mania that's going on. SEC has come out and delayed that approval thing, so that is causing a lot of negative talks, overall momentum in the crypto space. And obviously that does correlate as to why we're seeing a fear zone in the entire markets. But if we're looking at the price of Caspa right now, it is currently sitting at 3.3 cents. But with that said, it's sitting at some critical price levels, and I will talk about why that's the case. But before we get into it, as always, just a quick disclaimer. Anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So you can see this for yourself. Caspa is retesting its lows that it has been resetting after breaking this level of support. You can see this for yourself. And we've discussed this support, the significance of this support, which was obviously the previous all-time high. And this level of support pretty much has played out for quite some time. But this time around, we're seeing Caspa sitting below that level of support, which now of course is playing as a level of resistance. If I show that to you guys on the daily time frame, on the hourly time frame, you guys will understand as to what I'm really saying. So you can see this for yourself. We've seen quite a few rejections now, so this is starting to show some weakness in Caspa's momentum. Again, not a surprise for an altcoin that is up on the yearly. It is the top performer in the top 100 coins. It's up a staggering 1100%. A lot of people are not going to be paying attention to this part, but this is something you need to be paying attention to, and this is why I bring this up, because right now we're sitting at some crucial levels. But what a lot of people tend to forget is how positive this project has held despite this uncertainty within the markets, a lot of negative news. It has held really strong, and it's still up from the May lows. It's still up about 181%. So this is what people forget, and this is why I bring this up. But now if we're looking at it on the hourly time frame, going back to what I was saying, we're seeing weakness within the overall time frame, because you can see we got rejected once, twice, 3 times, 4, 5, and 6. So 6 different times there was a rejection at that resistance around that 3.56 cents. So now this should really tell you why this level of support was so important. We haven't seen the price of Caspa maintain above that range. That is showing weakness. And speaking about weakness right now, we are approaching some critical levels, which is at that 3.29 cents. And that support is very important for Caspa to hold. If that 3.2 cent support is not able to hold, there is a strong chance we could be retesting that 2.85 cents mark. Last time we were around that range was back on July 16th. So about almost month and a half ago. So that is what is currently looking like, and especially knowing Bitcoin is sitting at some very important price levels, as mentioned to you guys in the other Caspa updates. Bitcoin is approaching $25,257 mark. And to be quite frank with you guys, we're retesting the support too many times. Yeah, the more the support gets retested, the weaker it gets. So there is something's giving me a feeling that before this calendar year does come to an end, we will see a 22K Bitcoin. I don't know what, but I'm getting this gut feeling. So if that were to happen, of course, Caspa is going to react, because that is a move of about pretty much, that's a drop, about 15% drop. Might not happen in one single line, but that would basically be that target that I would be looking at if the support were to be lost. So with that said, where do you put Caspa at? Now you may be saying Crypto ZX. So if we're looking at it from the current price levels, usually, as you guys know, altcoins tend to get hit double compared to what Bitcoin does. So in that case, if Bitcoin's dropping 15%, you would think that Caspa would drop 30% from the current price levels, which would basically put it at 2.3 cents. But one thing I want you guys to keep in mind is it could honestly hold quite well, against Bitcoin. It could be very similar, as we have seen that pretty much throughout the year. But if dominance, now listen to this very carefully. If we see this dominance spike, which most of the time does happen when Bitcoin sees sharp drops, because that would be a 15% drop. If that happens and we're retesting 52% dominance, we could honestly be headed to a 2 cents. I would not be surprised if we do retest 2 cents Caspa. Would not be surprised at all. And that is something that a lot of people might not want to hear, but this honestly could be one more chance for a lot of people that want to accumulate Caspa. I think there might be one more chance coming because of the weakness that I'm seeing within the charts, within Bitcoin, because at the end of the day, Bitcoin is the leading indicator. It is the king of the market. So we do need to analyze the charts of BTC very closely. So that would be the worst case scenario, but in my opinion, for myself, that is not the worst case scenario, because I honestly, to be quite frank with you guys, want that to happen, because I will be accumulating around those levels, and I'm going to be dropping an update going over what I'm doing for the calendar year of 2023. So that video will be going live maybe in the next day or two, and that's really going to go over what I am going to be doing over the next few months. And so make sure you do tune in for that one. But that is it for today's update. Obviously, the positive thing would be is to reclaim above that 3.56 cents mark and actually hold above there. But overall, right now, we're seeing a little bit of a weakness. But remember, totally fine for Caspa, because this project has showed tremendous amount of gains, and people do tend to forget there are early buyers, and those early buyers will be locking in profits. But with that said, that is it for today's update. I will see you guys tomorrow. It's been Crypto ZX, and peace out.